Hello everyone, I'm Vikramaditya and welcome to SOFTECH. In this session, we are going to discuss about the SAP S4HANA Cloud Implementation Release Upgrades. Now, when it comes to SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition, we all feel that it's slightly tricky to understand the entire upgrades, right? So let's make it very easy to understand and let's try to, simplify the complex concept. Let's get started. Now we've got this SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition has two major releases per year. In February and August, new business processes, enhancements to existing processes, and other technical features are delivered during a major release. So SAP automatically pushes the release enhancements and features to customer systems on the dates defined in the upgrade and maintenance schedule. Now, enhancements to existing processes will only be applied to customers' systems where those processes are already activated. Now, this is relevant for the other technical features too. If the features too is not applicable for the customers, active business processes, the feature would not be applied to that customer's system. Activating a brand new business process is completely up to the customer's discretion and can be done in SAP Central Business Configuration if they choose to do so. So during the 6 months between releases, smaller and non-disruptive features also become available and a customer may choose whether or not to activate them in their own system. So if these smaller non-disruptive features are not activated during the 6-month period in which they are delivered, they will automatically be activated and available to use after the next major release which occurs in the February or August. Again, and this only applies if the features is relevant to the business process already active in the customer's system. Now, we all know that the beginning, the uh, first two digits of the release will represent the year and the next two digits would represent the month. Now, by releasing new features as they are developed, our early adapter customers have the opportunity to turn on and try out the new features ahead of this next major release. However, our customers who want as little disruption as possible between the major releases can simplify, ignore these smaller features because they will be turned on at the next major release anyways without the customers needing to take any action. Now, the code used to identify a release includes the two digits of the release year and the numerical month, and a reference to each subsequent feature delivery as they are enrolled out. For example, if the past major release was August in the year 2024 and two features deliveries have been pushed since then, the release code is 2408.2. So dot 2 represents the major the release code. Now, then we got the release upgrades here. So release upgrade process flow goes like this: like software upgrade in test systems, the customers are notified by email 6 weeks before an upgrade occurs. On the defined release schedule, the customer's SAP S4HANA Cloud test system will be upgraded to the latest software release by SAP during an implementation process. Partners are responsible for regression testing, which means testing the existing business processes with a specific focus on customized processes. In the upgraded test system to determine if everything is performing as expected, the automation tool can be used to speed up this process. So I'm going to discuss about what are the test automation tools that we are going to make use of in SAP S4HANA Cloud in the next session. But during this time, customizing and development transports can be released and imported into the test system. While We can't import a software collection that includes key user extensions from the development system to the test system. You can just forward what has already been imported in the test to the production system. Now, software upgrade in the development and production system, the 3 weeks after the software upgrade is pushed to the test system, the SAP upgrades the development and production systems to latest software releases. Now, the release upgrade process flow, the content upgrade, whatever we have, is content upgrade in central SAP Central Business Configuration and Development System. The content upgrade follows the software upgrade. Changes to business processes content are released first in the central business configuration, where they are recorded in a transport request and automatically exported to a customer's development system tenants and forwarded to the test system. The content upgrade in test systems in an automation schedule has been set up in the import collection application in the test system. So the content upgrade will be important into test based on schedule. If no schedule has been defined, we can manually import the content upgrade changes to the test system when we are ready and complete regression testing of the business process happens. Again, focus on the customized business processes and use the test automation tool to speed up the testing process is also very important. Now, content upgrade in production system. So, uh, now in the content upgrade in the production system, if an automation schedule has been set up in the import collection application in the production system, the content upgrade will be imported into the production based on the schedule. Now, if no schedule has been defined, you can manually import the content upgrade changes to the production system when we are finished regression testing all business processes in the test system. Now, in the new business process contents for a specific software release needs to reach the production system as quickly as possible to ensure all systems are on the same release of the both software versions and content versions. Features delivered in new software versions can have a content dependency, which means the features are only usable if the corresponding content version is also available in the systems. So, latest reference to the content version required helps you identify features with the content dependencies. If the business process content is not upgraded before the next semi-annual software release, the functionality, operability, and the security of our software may be impacted. Release upgrade resources, whatever we have. Now here, maybe the slide is not very clear, but I'm just trying to give you an overall idea of this. So all users logging into the SAP S4HANA cloud system will see a notification banner along the top of the screen on the right side after a release upgrade occurs, and new features have been rolled out in their system. So selecting click here to find out more. In the banner opens a sidebar on the right side of the screen with information about the new or updated features. So to access the sidebar directly, select the question mark icon in the top right corner, then choose the megaphone icon to find the same what's new information you can access through the notification banner. Now let's look at the SAP Help portal. So this is a SAP Help portal that we are seeing on the screen. So to access detailed documentation about features and changes within the line of business, navigate to the SAP Help portal. And there you can just check on the What's New tab. There you'll see release assessment and scope dependency tool, the RASD, and What's New viewer. So this is where we see that. And yeah, you can comment me to share this link. I'll be happy to share that in the comment box in this of this video. So the What's New viewer is a comprehensive list of all new and changed features for a release. So you can use the different filters to focus on the content relevant to you and export the information or share with colleagues. Because the What's New viewer is the master list of all changes which may or may not be relevant for the business processes content active in a customer's system. So it requires the user to know what is already tuned on their SAP S4HANA cloud system. So the release assessment scope dependency RASD is provided as a free tool for all SAP S4HANA cloud publication customers to give a clear understanding of exactly how a release will affect the content deployed in their unique system. So the RASD compares the What's New release upgrade information against a customer's actual landscape to provide that day one impact of release. So because the partners are not employees of customer organization, they are only able to use the RASD if they log in into the tool with a SAP user ID and password with an employee inside the customer's organization. So the RASD is essential in focusing the post upgrade efforts of testing change management communication, ensuring employees have the correct business roles and catalogs assigned to their users to access the correct applications and other tasks. So the RASD is also integrated with SAP Cloud ALM, so you can create an upgrade related tasks in SAP Cloud ALM directly from the RASD application. Now, activation, let's look at the activation part. So, activating features delivered between the releases is a central business configuration. So, there are two methods of activating features delivered between releases via the central business configuration system or directly in the SAP S4HANA cloud. The customizing tenant of the development system, right? So, in both cases, you need to relevant permission assigned to your user access to access their system and provides detailed instructions. So in SAP Central Business Configuration, the project should be in the product specific configuration phase. Select the configuration activities tab. You will go to this general settings. So in the general settings, you'll have this activate new features. So this activate new features option will be there here. So once we go to this, we have this, you will be redirected to the configuration activity where a list of available features are displayed and you can choose to activate or deactivate them. So many features are not reversible once they have been activated. So the central business configuration will automatically prompt you to assign the change to a transport, which is then released to the customizing tenant of the deployment system. So from there, you can release the transport to the test system in the export customizing transport application. So import in the test with the import collection application and forward to production, and finally import in the production with the import collection application. So activating features delivered with the between here we see the activation client when we go ahead and do the activation. So basically here activating the new features delivered between the releases, we have got this SAP S4HANA cloud customizing tenant of the development system. We need to select the implementation activities application located in the business process configuration space, activate the features, expand the general settings, cross applications, activate new features, and then select activate features. So this brings you to the same configuration activity that can be accessed through the SAP Central Business Configuration, where we can see a list of the available features and choose to activate, deactivate them. So since you are already in the customizing tenant of the development system, you only need to assign this change to a transport in the export customizing transport application. So we need to import the change in the test system with the import collection application and forward to production. So then finally import in the production with import collection application. Now let's look at the release navigation of this particular tool we have. So we've got this release navigation of SAP Public Cloud, and then we have got the accessing the release navigator with the SAP Cloud ALM. Now, the Cloud ALM, that popularly called as ALM, is the application landscape management project. In this addition to the direct link, you can access the release navigator in our SAP Cloud ALM project as well through the cross project analysis application. So we need to select the timelines tab, then click the latest content upgrade displayed in the calendar. You will see the options to choose the what's new viewer and release navigator from the drop down menu. And now the additional resources, we can find it on the SAP roadmap explorer and customer influence, where you'll find the future plant enhancements, while SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition only has major releases twice a year. So you may see the planned enhancements divided into quarters, because that's how product management and our developers determine their workload, and the smaller non-disruptive features can be published. The ad hoc between the releases, yes, and many of the features we can see on the roadmap explorer have originated as requests from the customers or the partners in the customer influence and adoption website. So this website enables customers and partners to request enhancements to SAP software campaigns with the most votes. Let our product managers know that a particular feature is highly desired from our customers. Customer can also get involved in early adopter and beta testing programs as well through this website, and that's very important website. So I can share you the link in the chat box if you ask me. And that's it for this session, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please do subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done. Like this video, share it with your colleagues and friends, and do comment what you think about it. And if you have any questions, or you want to add something to it, you can comment it back, and I'd be um, thankful to you for that. Have a great day. Bye.